season. This is huge for Iowa. Penn State obviously has already locked up the team championship. Oklahoma State has guaranteed itself a podium finish in the top 4. But Virginia Tech is in third. Iowa is down to Virginia Tech by 1 point, and this is their final championship participant. If Iowa doesn't win this match, they are in danger of not finishing in the top 4. Rutherford, the redshirt sophomore out of Benton, Pennsylvania. 4 matches, 4 bonus point victories, back-to-back-to-back falls in the last 3 matches. And right in on that leg of Sorenson. Trying to cut that corner, there's a takedown.
Retherford, you see a hard snap on the head, went for that high C, switched out to the double, and he cut the corner hard. Right away, he was driving all the way through, put Sorenson right on his hip.
These are 2 outstanding wrestlers. They've separated themselves from the rest of the field, and then Retherford's gone to another level of outstanding. Sorenson, I'm sure the coaches have worked on adjusting. He's just got to get out right here. This is such an important place for him. Zain Retherford, nobody's been able to sustain his pace all year. He keeps a high pace throughout the entire match.
Rutherford redshirted last year, all part of the Cale Sanderson plan to reload for a national title run this year. He was an All-American as a true freshman at 141 pounds. Remember, he had a win against Logan Stieber as a freshman, so that opened up a lot of eyes, and people thought, hey, this kid's really worth something. Red shirts last year, he was wrestling unattached during his redshirt year. He was wrestling at 65 kilograms in international competition. And during the Dave Schultz Memorial is one of the best stories we heard all season long. He got punched by a Russian opponent that was not happy with how Retherford was handling him during the match. And Retherford is one of the nicest guys on the Penn State team. His teammates rave about how good and unassuming of a guy he is. He just laughed it off and said, oh, I guess he wasn't very happy. Quinn Kastner can add in on Rutherford.
Yeah, I spoke to him on Wednesday. He's always been a tremendous technical and tactical wrestler. The difference from his redshirt season to now is physically. He's like looking at a different athlete in terms of the power that he brings to the table now. His quads are bigger, his shoulders, his back. He's got brute strength now to go with that great technique, and that was the biggest benefit of the redshirt season.
You talked about it, Tim. He's a hammer on top, so this is such an important part of this match with Sorenson on the bottom. He gets tagged with a caution because he went a little bit too fast to try to get away from a guy who's been so good on top this year.
He really is, and Sorenson needs to get those hands down there, not let that leg in, and Retherford gets the boots in no matter what.
Improve it, gentlemen. Improve your position.
This is important right here before the end of the first period for Sorenson to be able to get that hand fight, get the hand control, and get away. Right there. Nice job by Sorenson. He had to have that.
I really like how Sorenson right there, he chained his escapes together. You see right away he went for the stand-up position, wasn't really getting it, so he turned his hips right into him. That's what you got to do against those tough top guys. You got to chain your escapes together because the first one's not always going to work.
Sorenson needs to get his hands on Retherford before Retherford shoots. Retherford, tremendous shot. He keeps coming up, gets the hips to the party, drives through, cuts off, and gets the takedown.
Very, very technically savvy is Zain Retherford to take a 4-1 lead.
That was textbook there by Retherford, and he's got my attention since he has changed. I mean, he was good as a freshman 2 years ago, but he is a completely different wrestler. Body, technique, power, strength, but the thing that really impresses me is his pace that just people can't keep up with.
Just a nice job he got in on that single leg right here. Look like it was stuffed initially. He just did a great job getting to his feet, driving through. He really pulled that leg in hard, cracked him down to the hip here. He covered up for 2 points. Just a nice job of not only following through with that shot.
Scott Hall is our lead official, gets the second period underway.
One thing I recognize about Retherford is he gets guys tired, but he's not trying to wrestle to get guys tired. He's just scoring points, and that gets guys tired. And so it's, you know, it's Cale Sanderson's system, you know, score points and keep the pace up and have fun. And what happens is guys get worn out and they get tired. But there's a patience involved here by Retherford as well, and that's a very important part of the system.
Yeah, he's not overly aggressive in terms of trying to get points. He just gets points as matches go on. 29 bonus point wins for Retherford this year out of his 33. Only his teammate at 157, Jason Nolf, had more bonus point wins in the country. Nolf had 31 to Retherford's 29. Got back up to his feet there, Anthony.
Same thing right there, Retherford on that shot. Sorenson's a nice shot. Retherford is so powerful. He gets that leg in right away, he's driving on his feet to finish.
Sorenson has some height, some length on him, so it's important for those legs of Retherford to be strong. And twice, as you mentioned, on takedowns, he's been able to drive back up to his feet and then drive forward and down.
Yeah, he just does an excellent job of just getting off those knees. He doesn't stay on his knees, he's penetrating through. And I've really been impressed with how he's just snapping that head around, looking for those shots constantly.
You see the standings right now. Remember, Ohio State still has a couple of guys in Miles Martin and Kyle Snyder going. Top 4 means you're going to podium, and Iowa has one guy remaining. That's the guy wrestling right now in Brandon Sorenson. Iowa needs to win this match to have a shot at getting on the podium this year in the top 4.
One thing about Retherford, he is stingy. He doesn't like to give anything, and he's always going 100% on every point, every takedown. But right here, that's why Sorenson's escape was so important earlier, because he earned it. Retherford's not giving him anything. And so Sorenson has to replicate that again to get back in this match.
I was going to say, Anthony, can he chain it together again? He's on his feet. Can he get the boots out? And then can he get the hips out? That's much easier said than done.
Oh, it definitely is. You see Retherford, he had that leg in on the right side. Sorenson, for a while, he was holding on to that ankle. He was kind of pulling up to his belly button area. Really, that helps Retherford out. It's basically like you're putting a seatbelt on yourself down there.
Yeah.
You want to use the opposite hand, peel it off to the side there, but instead he was cinching it up, trying to go for a different angle, I guess, different position.
And now this is where Retherford is so good. We said it, he's a hammer on top. He's accumulated almost 3 minutes of lining time in this match. We're going to see his teammate, Jason Nolf, coming up in one of the more anticipated matches of this NCAA tournament. Nolf versus Isaiah Martinez, round 3. I want to talk about 2 exciting offensive wrestlers who've had 2 really good matches this year. We're going to see it coming up at 157.
Sorenson shows neutral, and you see him trying to get his hands on. He's got to get his hands on. But it bears repeating. These are the 2 best wrestlers in the nation at 149. I mean, there's just no doubt. They're both outstanding. And there's a separation right now between number 1 and number 2. But these are the 2 best by far.
Get in and double that time. It's sprawl by Sorenson. And they go out of bounds. And again, you see Scott Hall, the official. You see him kind of waving his arms. He said, hey, you got to continue action here. Otherwise, the stall calls are going to be coming.
We talked about Cale Sanderson's system. Rutherford redshirting last year. Another reason is leadership. Cale Sanderson really wanted him to be with the young guns for 3 years. So coachable. He's a leader in the room without saying too much. But man, his strength, his pace, his conditioning, incredible.
Retherford, he's really doing an excellent job of the time. So that's what he's doing. He's posting with the left hand on the forehead of Sorenson, and right away he's going for that collar tie on the right side, snapping him down, and he's shooting in. He's just constantly looking for those attacks. Really frustrating Sorenson here, because Sorenson, he can't dominate those tie-ups. Retherford is controlling everything.
So almost 14 minutes of wrestling between these 2 this season, and 1 point for Sorenson against Retherford. He has been on that head the entire match when they've been on their feet. Continuing the offense, still trying to pick up on the takedown, and he will. And that's going to be another bonus point victory. That's how he keeps racking them up. He continues the offense, and Penn State continues the onslaught. Another national title for the Nittany Lions. Coming off his first Big Ten title, now he's got his first national championship. Let's go to Quinn.
Zain, congratulations. Pre-match, what was the last thing that Coach Cale Sanderson told you?
Be yourself and have some fun.
How do you best describe the pace that you were able to wrestle?
You know, just by doing what Coach says, being myself and having fun. That's the pace I like to have. I like to keep on having fun. That's what I did.
Outside you and the coaching staff, who is most responsible for this moment right now? Who would you like to thank?
My family. Made a lot of sacrifices over the years. I'd like to thank them, my coaches I've had over the years, my teammates, and my friends and family.
Enjoy it, Zain.
Thanks very much, Quinn. 130 wins at Benton High School. He was a two-time Pennsylvania State champion in 2013. Won a world championship on the freestyle circuit. He's been a champion